Hey y'all, it's Kelly Clarkson with Wayfair, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. Picture this. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app when you spot it. A brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's room of choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Should you just dip your toe in or go ahead and jump off the business creation cliff? Stay tuned and find out.
Welcome.
Okay, here's the question.
Serious?
How are we dark horses? You know, the ones everyone is betting against, the ones they don't expect to win, place, or even show on the track, and they'll even laugh on us when we talk about trying. How do we show the world our greatness and triumph?
Come on.
Well, that's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers.
Let's go.
This is The Dark Horse Entrepreneur. My name is Tracy Brinkman.
And push it up.
What is up? What is up, my dark horse friends and family? Welcome back to your daily dose of risk-taking learning. I'm your dark horse host, Tracy Brinkman, and you? Yeah, well, that to me is infinitely more important, my friend. You're a driven entrepreneur or one in the making. Either way, you're here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, or just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal, or business tips and results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. That's why I'm here hitting you with yet another Daily Success episode coming to you straight from the Dark Horse HQ as we dive deep into success with actionable advice, tips and steps designed to help you level up your game because as we already know, yeah, that's right, you know what I'm saying, right? There are no shortcuts to success except for taking those little steps towards goal every single day. Now, before we get cranking into today's episode, I hope you're getting value, right? I truly, and I say this every one of the daily episodes, and you've listened to them all, you're like, dude, I'm tired of hearing this. But if you are getting that value, and I believe you are, please go on down there, hit that subscribe button. While you're there, drop us a 5-star rating, right? It takes a second. And you can even leave us some kind words in the review. That would be awesome. These subscribes, ratings, and reviews, they tell those podcast platforms that you are getting that value. So they lift us up a little bit in those rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like you. So again, getting value? Yeah, you are. I know you are. Go ahead, take a moment, show the love, and help spread the word. I appreciate you. All right, so Tuesday we chatted about challenging yourself, right? Yesterday we talked about doing work you care about, right? If you're going to create a business or if you're just going to have a job, you want to be doing work that you care about and you want to challenge yourself to keep growing yourself so that, you don't get stagnant. You know what happens with stagnant water, right? It gets mosquito bites. Ugh. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about, taking risk, right? Dive right in. Here's the thing. There are probably two schools of thought, but there are obviously varying shades of gray here. Do I jump off the cliff? You remember Zach Babcock back when he was blessed us with his presence on the show? He jumped off the cliff and grew wings on the way down. Right? Well, that's not for everyone. So he just dove right in. Others need to dip their toe in and then dip their foot in, and then they can slide their leg in. Then they can sit on the steps of the entrepreneurial pool, and then they can wade in slowly. Right? So there's those. And obviously there are varying shades between the two. But here's the thing. You never know the outcome of your efforts unless you actually do it. Yeah, that's it, right? If you just sit there and get the next course or, go to the next mastermind and listen and absorb all the information, but don't take any damn action, and you ain't done nothing, right? That's good speaking right there. You ain't done nothing. That's my years in the South. All right. And here's the thing for me. You take the rocking chair test if you would, right? Imagine yourself, and if you're driving, please don't close your eyes, but picture yourself, maybe in your 60s or 70s, and you've got that home you've always wanted, and there's that awesome rocking chair. For me, it's a rocking chaise. For you, it may be a chaise lounge. I don't know. But you're chilling on it, right? Your significant other is sitting there next to you. You got your favorite beverage in your hand. The sun is just setting on the horizon. Got all those awesome colors in the background, right? All those oranges and reds and yellows are firing off in the distance. Maybe you can hear the birds tweedling, right? Or if you're a city person, you can hear your favorite car horn honking. Oh, that was stupid. Anyway, you're sitting there with your significant other, got a grin on your face as you're slowly rocking back and forth, and you're reminiscing on the things you've done. Here's the thing about this, right? The one thing I can guarantee you that if you're sitting in that rocking chair at 70 or 60 or whatever age is, or chilling on the chaise lounge next to the pool, sipping whatever beverage you're sipping, you'll never regret your failures. No. You may laugh about them. You may weep about them. You may think to yourself, oh my God, if I hadn't made that one silly mistake, this would have never happened. Oh my God, knowing what I now know, I would have never done it the way I did it. I would still do it, but I wouldn't do it the way that I actually did it. You will, my friend, however, regret not trying. And I think, entrepreneurship is almost synonymous with risk taking, right? I mean, that's almost the definition of an entrepreneur. He sees or she sees an opportunity in the marketplace, a hole that needs to be filled, and they gather their resources, whether it's their own resources or the resources of others. They gather the resources that they have access to, they pull them together, they create something, a product, a service, an event, something to fill that void that other people will pay for. There you go. That's it right there. And then, if you think about it, inside of entrepreneurship, there's whole bunches of other risks, right? Eventually, as your entrepreneur endeavor, your journey progresses, it's going to reach the point where you can no longer live in the cubicle, your job, and keep doing your entrepreneur journey, right? It's gonna come to that fork in the road where it's gotten so big that there's just not enough time in the day for you to continue to grow it and maintain your job. So you're gonna have to take that risk of the abandonment of the paycheck. I know, I get it. And that's one of the nice things about a job is ka-chunka. Every week, every 2 weeks, ka-ching, there it is in my bank account. But what are you giving up for that? Another risk you're going to have to take in the entrepreneurial journey is sacrificing your personal capital. Right? When you're gathering those resources, I guarantee you, your personal capital, and that could be, financial capital, it could be knowledge capital, it could be time capital. You're going to be sacrificing it for your entrepreneurial journey, right? If we continue on and you break free of the cubicle and you invest that capital and others, right? You're going to have to start relying on cash flow. Right? Dramatic pause. There it is. So you're going to have to learn about cash flow. You have to know about it. And then I think the next one after that is entrepreneurs get really good at taking the risk of estimating the interest of their audience. Right? Now, of course, they have the access to their audience and they have their core tribe to help do that research. But at some point, you just have to say, I truly believe in this. I mean, how many entrepreneurial journeys have we heard about people were asking their audience and their core tribe, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? They're like, yeah, I don't know if I knew that. But once it got out there into the marketplace, they sucked it up hungrily, right? That's the entrepreneurial risks that we take. I think another one that entrepreneurs take, and I'm sharing with you all these risks. It's not just that risk of stepping into your entrepreneurial journey. Once you get in there, man, it's going to keep happening. So you may as well start testing your risk tolerance. At some point, as you grow your business, you're going to have to rely on other people. What? You mean I can't control it all myself? All the way to... No. All the great entrepreneurs out there grow their businesses and they hand off those pieces, usually pieces that they're not as good at, to someone who's way better at it, a key employee, right? And, I think probably the last big risk, and this one is very manageable, is the donation of your time. And, I think sometimes it becomes their health. I think sometimes folks get so sucked into their business, they start dedicating, burning all the candle at both ends and stop caring for themselves. Well, this is a risk that's easily managed. Actually, all of these risks are very manageable. I mean, if we go all the way back to the, risking that paycheck. Well, if you've built your business up to the point where what's coming in is just about or has already replaced your paycheck, well, that risk tolerance is really low, isn't it? Yeah. So, I'm all about sitting in that rocking chair, sipping my drink, water, whatever it might be, my Coca-Cola, holding my wife's hand, and just kind of, giggling about the stumbles, the bumbles, the trips, the falls, right? Because we tried, we did things. We can laugh at them. We did things that worked. We did things that didn't work. But the thing is, we did things. If you don't take that first step and step into it and start taking that action, you're going to be sitting in that rocking chair. Actually, you'll probably be sitting on a dusty floor, looking around, maybe by yourself, and going, if only. And that one is actually going to lead right into tomorrow's topic, believing in yourself, right? All right, my dark horse friends and family. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to talk about belief in yourself, help you take those risks that we're talking about to build that business that you want to build. Now, I know you want to keep getting all these daily success tips, so make sure, like I said earlier, you go on down there and smash that subscribe button, right? Leave us a 5-star rating, put some kind words in the reviews so those podcast platform algorithms will lift us up a little bit in the rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like yourself. Heck, you know what? You can do your entrepreneurial friends a favor and share this podcast with them. Then come on over and join us in the Facebook group with a bunch of other driven entrepreneurs just like you, just like me. Go to facebook.com, type Dark Horse Tribe in that search bar. You should see us right there at the top. Come on and hang out with us. If for some reason that's not working for you, go to your favorite web browser, type in darkhorseschooling.com/Dark Horse Tribe, all one word. That should take you right there. Heck, I'm going to make it even easier for you. If you look down in the show notes of this very episode and just about every one of the other episodes, you'll see the link. It'll say join the Dark Horse Tribe Facebook group. Click that link. Come on in. I look forward to meeting you in the group. All right. You know what's coming next? That's right. You get out there. You run your race. You get your results. Come on into the Facebook group. Let me hear about them. I certainly want to celebrate with you. All right. Till tomorrow. Think successfully and take action.
Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
And you know this!
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.